Hello, everyone. Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. Today's video is a review of Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer. This is a book coming out of Boom Studios. Here you can see a bunch of this is the main cover here, the larger one, and then a few of the variant covers, which I really like. So if you don't have any idea what this book is about, is this part of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer continuity in the comics. So let's get into the creative team, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the story. So this book is written by Casey Gilly, illustrated by Joe Haro, colored by Joan Lafuente, and lettered by Ed Dukeshire. So this takes place in an alternate, not so distant future, where the decay of the world and dark magic has happened, and the effect of the sun on Earth. So vampires can now walk the street unimpeded by sunlight. So the vampires and the human race have struck a truce to make sure that vampires cannot harm humans and humans cannot kill vampires. This includes the Slayer. So where does that leave the Vampire Slayer? Um, Now that she can't really kill vampires. So now Buffy, who is the last vampire slayer in her 50s, she wages a one-woman fight against the forces of darkness who prey on humanity in the daylight, unimpeded, thanks to all the stuff that happened with the sun. The same disaster also robbed Buffy of her friends, and you'll kind of see that as we go through the issue. And this ended the Slayer line, forcing her into an endless guerrilla war. So let's get into this book. We see here that the events take place in London, England. Now, Buffy will, as we get through this, you will see that maybe there is hope for this world in this apocalyptic future that Buffy now finds herself in. So first, I want to talk a little bit about the art in the book. I really have been enjoying the art in these Buffy books from Boom. And they kind of did a soft reboot on the series, so I'm glad they're doing stuff like this where they are taking a little bit of chances, thinking outside the box. This definitely feels like one of those the Dark Knight or Old Man Logan type stories where we look ahead into the future. But this is now in the world of Buffy, and I'm a pretty big Buffy fan. Um, and I don't think we talk about it enough on the channel. So I love the aesthetic here. I love the stylization of the characters, where you can kind of tell it's Buffy, but not really. The vampires still also look very similar to the show, especially with their furrowed brows and when the fangs come out. I think the in the TV show the vampires were never like it was really that the brow piece that really made them look like vampires. So I really like that. The book immediately takes off, and you can kind of see how Buffy's been struggling. I mean, she is 50 years old, and although she is the Slayer, and she still has, I guess, I would call them the Slayer powers, where she's not just a base level human. Time passes for everyone. We could definitely see that in the book. So here we see Buffy. She's running from some vampires. As soon as they, it feels like in this world, even though there's an alliance, vampires don't really care when it comes to the Slayer. They'll still go after the Slayer. And I feel because there's only one left, feels like that would be something that they still want to take care of. But Buffy easily, and this is uh, the cool part of the book is that it really shows you immediately how capable Buffy still is, even though she kind of gets down on herself a little bit. We do find her going home, and we see all that situation. And I think I love the pacing here on these panels, which we kind of jump from one to the other, kind of like almost as she is jumping from rooftops or the stairwells to from one to the other. And then once we're home, we do see that Buffy has a lot of mementos from back in the day. Still some security, so there's a UV lamp here that she has for security, and you can kind of see that there's still a lot of steps that she takes to make sure that vampires, even though there's this truce, that they don't kill her, because I feel like she knows that they're still out to get her specifically. The book does have a bit of a flashback where we kind of see maybe kind of what happened with other people that you may be familiar with in the show. And then it kind of reintroduces some of the characters that could still be around for as part of Buffy's support system. Specifically, one character that maybe wasn't really part of the main group, maybe until later seasons. But yeah, I really think I expect to see both two things out of this book, and I really think that they've set them up very well. First of all, how Buffy deals with the future and the fact that all her support system is gone, which was always I always felt like that was one of the big things that empowered her as a Slayer, right? The Scooby Gang, as opposed to uh, just the powers of being the Slayer. It was her support system that really carried everything through, and it was the reason why she was able to accomplish what she did. But also finding this hope of a better future and maybe being able to pass on this legacy. So those things have been pretty well set up in this first issue, and I can't recommend it enough. If you like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but you want to read a story that's a little bit different, this is the perfect book. There's going to be a lot of really cool variants, so definitely recommend that. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. Let us know what else you're reading. We have other reviews in the channel. Come check out our lives, usually on Sundays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. On the last one, we talked a little bit about the first look at Into the Spider-Verse that we got over the weekend. And we'll be talking more fun stuff, holiday stuff. We look forward to 2022 as we get into the new year. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe. I think I already said all that stuff. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.